What's up, guys? Welcome back to another day with the Auto Works. Today, me and the wife, you can't see her, but she's over there, are going to the junkyard, and I got a bumper to paint. So y'all stay tuned. Let's see what we can find. Welcome to historic Lake Myra. Historic Wendell. If you know, you know. Jackson's Auto Salvage. Let's see what they got. They got all kinds of mess out here. Jettas. We ended up coming to Martin's because, unfortunately, they're not doing this anymore at Jackson. So, anyways, there's RSX. Wonder what it's got in it. Still got the motor. What we got? K-Series. Anybody need a K-Series? Alright guys, so I found two wrecked CRVs. And all the parts we need, so let's get back to the house and make this thing 100. Alright guys, so jump ahead a few hours. We're back from the junkyard and we got the CRV all cleaned up. Put a lot of new panels in it. Like this one was cracked, and just various other little pieces that need to be replaced. But behind me, as I said, we got our next project. This is a bumper for, I think, a 2011 Toyota Camry. Don't get me wrong, I'm not 100%. I haven't actually looked at the paint and everything yet, but it had a crack right there, which you can tell now is completely gone. So I fixed that, painting this for a really good friend of ours. And a lot of people don't know this, but most of these bumpers, even though they're brand new, they come pre-primed now, but they come pre-primed with a black primer. So what I'm having to do, because the car is going silver, is sand it all down with 400 wet sand, dry it really good, fix the damage, and also reprime it light color. That way when I shoot the color over it, everything will match and blend better. If not, the front bumper is going to end up a darker shade of silver than the rest of the car. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so for this part of the video, we are going to be priming with Transtar 4603 201 gray primer. I am not going to shoot it through the gun. I'm doing this way. It's still automotive grade stuff, but we're doing it through a can since all we're doing is a bumper. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so I got this thing all in primer. Now I'm sure you perfectionists out there might notice that I wasn't really going any particular way with priming this thing. Wasn't really doing a certain spray pattern, nothing like that. Basically I was just letting it have it. And that's because as long as you don't run it, it's primer, you're going to sand it back off. For the most part, I'm just going to smooth this up. And like I said, it'll have a nice solid white coat pretty much, so that when I put the silver over top, one, it'll cover better than over black, and two, it'll match better on the car. So I'm gonna let this dry. I just freshly sprayed it, and next step will be getting some paint. Okay, so I'm sure some of you guys might be wondering about the crack I fixed. I'll put it up on the screen here. But yeah, what I used to fix it is I reinforced it with these metal staplers. I'm sure many of you guys have probably always seen this on other YouTube videos, but basically have this gun and you pull the trigger and it heats up kind of like a soldering iron, and it presses these metal staples into the actual bumper and reinforces it. So it's super strong. I mean, you have metal in there over plastic. And then of course I went back and used finishing glaze after I glued everything back together with staples. So yeah, that's what most people do nowadays to fix stuff like that. And like I said, it was practically a brand new bumper, but I guess they dropped it, scuffed it, ain't no telling. But anyways, yeah, that's a quick and easy way to fix it. If you guys want to see more on that, just Google up, you know, plastic welding and stuff like that on YouTube. There's plenty of tutorials. But all right, let's get back to that bumper. Alright guys, so I used the Mother's New Lens Headlight Renewal Kit to buff out those headlights. It's a really easy process. You basically use soapy water and you start off, you do 800 in a cross pattern, 1500 in an X over the whole headlight, 3000, then you get your drill, put this pad on here right there on it, spritz a little bit of this nice little chalky Wonder Juice on it and buff it out, and you get the results you just seen. Alright guys, so we got the primer all sanded. It's the next day, by the way. Had to give it plenty of time to dry, and this is what we're going to be using. We're going to use wax and grease remover, obviously, to clean the bumper. I've got everything sanded down with Wet Sand 400. We're going to use sealer to seal everything in, gray. Like I said, we need that silver to really be lighter and pop so it'll match the other. We got some reducer for the paint, and the paint color for this car is 1F7 Classic Silver Toyota. Alright guys, and there you have it. It's a Toyota bumper painted in silver, automotive. And like I said, we had fun at the junkyard, got a lot done with the CRV. Got another car, got a JDM Classic I might be painting really soon, so that's going to be awesome right-hand drive, so stay tuned, you don't want to miss that. It's going WRX Black Java Pearl. So that's going to be a cool one. We got much more on the way. As always, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.